Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today in this video I am going to show you two of my games where I was able to beat my opponent in just 8 moves. Yeah, that's right, in just 8 moves. So before we check out the games, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's start with game 1. So in this game I started with 1 e4, the king's pawn opening, and my opponent responded with c5, the Sicilian defense. I go knight f3, the basic development move, and my opponent goes d6. I go bishop c4. This is called the Italian game, and my opponent responds with h6, stopping some ideas where my knight jumps from g5 to f7, forking the queen and the rook, which is a good move. And I go knight c3, basic development move for white, and my opponent also develop his knight on c6, and I go a3 here, stopping his knight to jump around on my queen side, and also planning b4 in future, so that if he captures b4 I can play d5. Opponent goes bishop g4, pinning my knight. I won't be able to move my knight, and I go b4 as planned. And if he captures b4, I have a massive center control with d4, where I'll be able to control a lot of squares in the center of the board, which is a pretty big advantage for white. So my opponent stops it and plays knight to d4, which is a good move since my knight on f3 is already pinned, and I won't be able to move my knight, and he'll be able to capture my queen with the bishop. So here I come with a move which might change the game for white, and if he is not able to spot it, it might end the game on the spot. And I play a sneaky move, knight to e5, and I sacrifice my queen here. But if he captures my queen, then game over. So the reason I played knight to e5 now is because his knight is not on c6. So my opponent greedily accepts the queen sacrifice, and here, can you spot the winning move for white? Yes, that's right. Bishop to f7, and that's checkmate. King has no escape squares here, and knight nicely covers both the squares for white. Alright, moving on to the second game here. I again start with my favorite opening, 1 e4, the king's pawn, and my opponent replies with e5. You go knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. Again the Italian game is on the board for white, and again my opponent responds with h6, stopping same ideas like knight g5, knight f7, forking queen and rook. And I go c3, planning d4 in future to have massive center control. And my opponent responds here with knight f6, attacking my pawn on e4. I play queen e2, defending the pawn, and now my opponent responds with d5, challenging the center. I happily accept it. He takes d5, and my opponent grabs my pawn with the knight. Knight takes d5, and as you can see, my queen in the center is aligned with the black king, which is very dangerous in future. So I grab the pawn, knight takes on e5, and I am ready for a discovery here. So here black has some good moves like knight captures on e5, or he can also play queen e2, queen e7, then bishop e7, castle. White will castle, the game will go on. But what my opponent played here was a blunder. He played bishop to d6, which is a blunder. Why? Can you spot the move? Yes. Knight c6 check, and this wins the game on spot. This was move 8 where my opponent resigned because black's king is in check and white's queen is under the threat. Now let's see what all move black has here. So how do black defend this check? If black plays knight e7, I'll accept the queen happily. Instead of knight, if he plays bishop, I'll accept the queen. And one more move, if he plays queen to e7, again I'll capture the queen. And if he plays king to f8, again I'll capture the queen. So this is how I won 2 games in just 8 moves. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you in another video.